In this video, I'm going to attempt to survive 100 days in the Better Minecraft mod pack. My main goal was to build a massive castle, but I actually ended up finding a ruined village that I decided on fully restoring over the 100 days. And I've never actually played this mod pack before, so I'm essentially going in blind and I'm pretty excited for our adventures ahead. Let's get started on day number 1. Alright, here we are in Better Minecraft. Oh my god, what the hell is that? That is massive, dude. Holy shit. Okay, that's just ridiculous. Honestly, I have no idea what that is. I feel like we're definitely not equipped to really go exploring that, but oh, it looks like we have like a little mushroom village. That looks interesting. Hopefully that has some useful stuff. I think I'm definitely going to just grab a couple pieces of wood before I start exploring stuff. Oh, actually, what's this back here? We've got like a little shack or something. Oh, actually, it's like a little mine thing. That's pretty cool. It doesn't really go down that far, but okay. Is there anything useful in here? Oh, actually, yes, a chest. Okay, we got some flint, string, and some lanterns. May as well just whack these in here. What the hell? Look at that. My other arm is actually like sticking out and holding this lantern. That looks actually really weird. Alright, well, I think I'm going to just craft up a couple of basic items. Wait, what the hell? Look at that. Oh, it actually stays in there as well. That is so cute. I love that, dude. Look at that. And what I did next was simply craft a wooden pickaxe so that I can mine up some cobblestone to create a stone pickaxe, shovel, sword, and finally an axe. Alright, well there's our basic stone tools. I think... Oh, what the hell is actually a massive mushroom in there, dude? That looks so cool. I think we'll definitely check that out before we go to this mega structure here. Yeah, I definitely do not feel ready enough to go and explore that thing. So let's just go check out this little village. All right, here we are. Let's have a look in one of these houses and see if we have anything useful. Oh, we got a little mushroom. Oh, and some actual good stuff. Look at this. We got food. Yes, dude. Feather falling 1. Don't mind if I bloody do. What else? We got a bed in here. Let's grab that. We got an anvil. Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. Let's go check out some of these other ones. Oh, actually, we got some beetroots out here too. Not that they're really the most useful crop in the world, but food is food regardless. Oh, okay. We got like a little, I don't even know what this is, like mini library. I'll be taking these goddamn books though. It is such a pain in the ass getting books without freaking villages. But oh, we got like a bunch of like raw copper stuff here and raw like block of coal. Dude, that's actually so helpful, man. Okay, I don't think I can get that gold just yet. We need an iron pick for that, which we can now actually probably make. We just need to smelt this up. Hell yeah, dude. What the hell is that? Is that like a piglin? There's 2 of them. Oh god, okay. He is on a cow. I do not like that at all. I think I'm just gonna stick to the outskirts here. Honestly, I do not want to encounter those guys. They look pretty scary. After realizing I didn't have my day counter mod installed, I quickly added that in and continued prowling around the village until I was spotted by a crossbow wielding cow person. It shot me and I scrambled for an escape, opting to take a leap of faith into the water down below. After getting out of the water, I realized I was actually dripping with water, which was pretty cool, until realizing it was actually nighttime and I quickly headed to bed. In the morning, I had a baked potato for breakfast and continued on my way, deciding to leave the dangerous mushroom village behind. I then spotted a duck with a very long neck, along with a sleeping capybara, which was very adorable. I also had a bit of a peruse at the beautiful landscape in search of an area to build at. Reaching the top of the mountain, I got a full look at the absolutely massive structure, along with taking a look at the landscape with the ortho camera mod that I decided on adding to the mod pack, revealing a decent looking terrain on top of the mountains. I'd also spotted some ruins that I decided to take a look at, which actually paid off massively, as I had a diamond chestplate inside that we could use to get a massive defensive upgrade, greatly increasing our chances of survival. As I was walking around, I spotted these weird particle things that kept appearing, not knowing exactly what they did. I then spotted a house in the distance until getting hit by one of those things, and it turned some of my hearts icy, which was definitely strange. Nevertheless, I just continued on to the house I'd spotted. Arriving at the house, I realized it belonged to a witch, so like the kind and generous man I am, I put her out of her misery and ransacked through her house and belongings, finding a bunch of random garbage. I then somehow turned on a narrator voice, which scared the crap out of me.
Chest. 8 slime ball, 4 redstone dust, 2 splash potion of...
Thankfully, I figured out how to turn it off and then just continued on my journey. I drank a swiftness potion at the witch's house and ran down to something I'd spotted, what looked like a ritual site of sorts. I just had an inkling that something would be under this stone sarcophagus thing, and surprisingly it had a whole goddamn diamond block under it, which was just insane. Now, I of course needed an iron pickaxe to destroy it, and thankfully I had some iron, so I crafted up a pick and mined up the diamond block. At this point it was also nighttime, so I headed off to bed to get started on day 3. In the morning I traversed the treetops to discover a massive mountain with a flat top, which might be a nice spot to settle down at, and I set getting to that mountain as my goal for the day. A little ways away I found a log pile on a small island and just decided to harvest it as it was an easy source of oak logs. I also found what looked like a ruined village, eventually finding what was once a blacksmith that thankfully still had some coal and some iron, so I smelted it up. Now, at this point my inventory was absolutely chockers, and I'd found some bags that had an easy enough crafting recipe. It did need some leather though, so I went out in search of some cows and ended up getting distracted by the ruined village, finding a shrine thing, and once again just had a feeling it had a chest, which of course it did, however the loot was quite shit. While out searching for some cows, I found this feral little creature that made some little goblin noises. Naturally, I tried to kill it, however, it disappeared in front of my eyes. I continued my search for cows until finding this massive oak tree that I decided on chopping down until realizing axes chopped the whole tree down instantly, which made me extremely happy. Wood was now going to be an absolute breeze to collect, and I was very thankful for that. I found a sign that pointed towards the village I was already settled at, which was a pretty cool feature. I also stole the lantern it had, with another one of those wispy things appearing right next to me almost as a sign I was doing something naughty. Before it got too dark, I returned home to my desolate village and slept into day 4. The first thing I woke up to was this snail hanging very weirdly from a tree. I also found a boar and I'd hoped it would drop some leather, but unfortunately it did not. Just past the forest I spotted a very majestic herd of horses, but I knew what I had to do. I really wanted a backpack to hold my stuff and I wasn't gonna let some stupid majestic horses stop me. I returned home to craft the backpack until realizing I was 1 leather short. No worries, I could still craft the smaller one. Surely it would have at least like a row of space. Me dead. That is dog shit. After having a bit of a whinge, I packed up my shit as best I could, deciding on using that diamond block to make some tools to save 1 inventory slot. Alright, I'm all packed up and ready to go. I've had to make some sacrifices, just random crap pretty much, and all that as well, but oh well. Honestly, I really just want to find a spot and get settled down, but I'm just having way too much fun exploring all of the random new structures that have been added in this mod. But I have actually found this spot up here, which looks really nice. Like, imagine just a massive castle situated on that, and yeah, I'm just really hoping that that is going to be nice and flat up there. When I've just spotted another freaking structure, man. Oh, and there's stuff over there too. And that, what is that? Dude, this is honestly so much fun just exploring all of these new structures, dude. It's just awesome. All right, what is this? Like a well or something with some iron in there? Honestly, I just don't have the space. I'm not gonna grab that. Looks like we got a little house up here too that I might take shelter in for the night because I definitely do not want to die. Oh, and this house looks pretty cool. What's going on in here? Like a moss floor? Some big chests. Okay. We've got a bunch of farming stuff. And same thing on the other side. Okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, this would definitely be a nice little starter base, but I kind of just want to make my own, to be honest. I'm gonna continue grabbing as many books as I can because it's just a pain in the ass getting them. And dude, there's so much nice stuff. We got tomato seeds. All right, I'm gonna have to make some decisions here. All right, I'm happy with that. Let's continue on to our spot up over on the horizon over there. Oh my God, there's so many more structures. What is this? There's like 2 bridges side by side or something. Cool, like ruined bridges. Those are some pretty awesome looking builds there. We've got another bridge up here. Okay, I don't know why there's so many bridges in this one spot. All right, so yeah, what I'm gonna do now is just make the arduous trek up to the top of this mountain and just kind of pray that it is a decent spot for the base I'm wanting to make. Okay, big surprise. We found another structure. I'm not at the top yet, but we have like a mine that actually goes quite the ways down. So I think I'm just gonna quickly jump down here and check it out. Oh my God, that was kind of sketchy. Ooh, okay. Oh my, of course there's 2 creepers guarding it. Oh, dude, there's 3! I just got my whole body covered in goosebumps, dude. I'm not even gonna kizzy cap on you guys right now. Okay, this is like an advanced mine shaft or something. We got dripstone all through this. What the hell? This is kind of crazy. Man, there's so much stuff to explore and do in this mod pack. It is honestly so cool, but I just do not have the space in my inventory for this right now. As much as I want to keep exploring, and I kind of am just exploring anyway. Oh, of course there's a skelly. Get out of here, you prick. My goodness. Okay, we're just gonna make a run for it. There's just too much to do, okay? I'll definitely keep this noted in my head for later, but my main priority right now is just finding a spot for my base because we're already on day 5 and I haven't found a spot yet. So yeah, let's get to the top of that goddamn mountain and pray that it's a good spot. Here we are at the top of the mountain, and it is not looking very flat at all, actually. At least this will give us a nice view into the terrain around us. Dude, there is just so many structures everywhere. Look at all of that. There's another house down there. There's like another house over there. We got a bridge. Oh, and this thing, dude, I don't know what this is. When I was standing in it last time, it turned some of my heart's like icy. So I don't know if that's like an isologer thing or yeah, I have no idea. But I don't know, I'm not really feeling this spot. I'm just going to go into my camera view mode here. Yeah, you can see it's not too flat. It's going to take a while to get landscaping done on it. But I mean, it is such a it is a really awesome spot up here, actually. This is a tough decision. Oh, what do we do, gamers? Do we settle with this and just bother and just do the landscaping? No, I think what I'm going to do is continue on and try and find a better spot because I don't want to waste time just freaking flattening a landscape for like 10 days, especially when I don't even have an enchanted shovel yet. It's just going to take forever. So let's keep adventuring and hopefully we find a good spot. Okay, we have found another structure. Actually, it looks like another mine entrance. All right, I just cannot resist. I cannot help myself going down into these, okay? Never know, there might be a big sparkly chest. Okay, we got mobs. Oh, that's not good. What is this? Like a advanced dungeon or something? Oh god, okay. Oh, there's a lot of zombies. Okay, oh my god. Is there something in here? Yes, there is a spawner. Let's just destroy that. This keeps going down. Ah! Okay. There's got to be some juicy stuff in here. I'm telling ya. There are so many zombies. Oh, there's a chest. There is a chest. What's in it? Oh my god, we got stuff. Okay, guys, settle down. I'm just gonna have to kill all these guys, right, real quick. Oh, there's a baby. No, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. This is not good. This is not good. Oh my god. Holy shit, I'm on half a heart. Get out of here, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. That was so close. Dude, my entire body is covered in goosebumps. That was way too close, dude. Okay, we got... What is this? This is garbage, man. Sweeping edge projectile. That is just dog crap. That is dog shit. All right, we're going further down. Dude, there's got to be some good stuff down here, but... No, dude, this is garbage. I want that iron freaking... I want those iron legs, though. Shit, man. I need to get out of here. Give me that. Put that on. Keep this guy at bay. Get my lectins back. Run. This is really bad. This is really bad. Really, really, really bad. Alright, we're out. Holy shit. I don't know how I did not die then. But I think we definitely need to get some better armor and stuff before we start tackling, you know, mob-related stuff. So I'm gonna quickly dig back up to the surface, and I'm just gonna continue trying to find an area for, you know, our base. So, yeah. I'll hopefully meet you guys there. Now, unfortunately, the footage of me finding this church corrupted, but basically it had some leather that I used to craft up the bigger backpack I wanted, which had a whole row of space. Reaching the end of this big spruce biome I was in, I spotted a ship in the distance that I definitely wanted to check out, so I crafted up a boat and sailed on over. On the way there, I saw a floating island, some wild rice, an absolutely massive jellyfish, and a message in a bottle. It's kinda crazy the amount of cool stuff this mod pack adds to the game. Upon arriving at the ship, I heard pillagers, which I guess were actually probably pirates. There was also a little raft off to the side which surprisingly had a Sharpness 3 book inside, which I gladly took. I then started planning my heist to get into the ship and steal all the loot without getting into any risky combat. The plan was simple, build a wooden pillar up and, well, it was that easy. The first chest had the final piece of armor I needed, a helmet along with some iron ingots. The pirates then watched me as I snuck over to the other chest, which contained a couple diamonds, some iron and some bones, all of which I stole for myself. I made my great escape, jumping off the ship and into my little boat, the pirates ferociously shooting at me, but I sailed off unscathed and victorious. I then arrived at a little island that had a sunken ship, and taking a look inside, we were rewarded with even more iron and a couple emeralds too. Emerging from the ship, I spotted the mainland and headed over to check it out. It looked like we were in a massive plains biome, which was going to be the perfect spot to build, well, what I originally had planned, until I had a look at the village nearby. We'll get to that soon. Because right in front of us was what appeared to be a log cabin I definitely wanted to check out. Heading inside and up to the second floor, we had a bunch of barrels with just various food, seeds, and even a couple of emeralds, which was nice. All this will help us establish our farms a little bit quicker later on. Getting a bit closer to the ruined village, I also found a tavern, and after heading inside and searching every room, unfortunately, nothing turned up useful. Heading outside, I spotted a big tower in the distance along with a big temple-looking building further back. Now, heading further into the ruined village definitely confirmed my suspicions. Yep, it's fucking ruined. But I definitely felt that this would be a way better of a project than building the big stupid castle I had planned, so I threw that out the window and set my new goal for the 100 days. Fully restore and rejuvenate what was once a beautiful, thriving town. While heading towards the distant tower, I received an advancement which told me I had just discovered a spider cave, which sounds horrifying. Backtracking slightly, I spotted the entrance, which, yeah, definitely looked like a spider cave. I, for some reason, headed into the cave. I also noticed that it went way deeper than I thought, so I just decided to leave it for for another time, preferably when I was better equipped. After getting distracted by the cave while on my way to the original distraction, the tower, I continued over and found a barrel with some not so juicy loot. Finding the entrance to the tower revealed it was some sort of farm storage building or base of sorts by the looks of it. While heading up the ladder, we had these really cool shelves with random stuff, which I'd honestly never seen anything like that before and thought it was such an interesting idea. There was also several floors we stopped off at and grabbed various loot on the way. Upon reaching the top, we found this thing and a final chest with some pretty decent loot. I right-clicked the weird thing behind the chest to reveal it was a waystone named La Coxehue. Yeah. It also had a cost of 1 level to use, so my guess was that it's a thing you can probably teleport to. I picked it up and took it for myself. With the tower fully explored, I exited and made my way over to the temple-looking building in the forest. Getting closer, I started hearing some angry pillager noises, so out came the sword. Heading inside, I first spotted a giant pit in the middle of the room, and off to the left was a lever and once flicked opened a piston door. Upon turning the corner, I was instantly greeted by some pillagers, one of which charged at me that, upon repeated hits, I managed to Spartacus kick into the pit. I, again, decided to be smart and leave this structure for when I had some better gear. Upon trying to return to the ruined village, I spotted yet another structure, and after some perusing, found a ladder down. I took my chances and prayed I wouldn't die down here. Reaching the bottom, we had a hallway with a couple rooms on the sides, which I explored very carefully. I did find a couple of chests with some mediocre loot, although I'd literally take anything to help me get started. The dungeon went even deeper, which I of course continued exploring, first finding a chest with some iron. Heading into the next room, we had our first enemy of the dungeon, a simple skeleton. I slayed his ass and discovered he was guarding a chest full to the brim of paper and feathers. Wow, it literally couldn't be worse. The next rooms would all be blocked off, so I turned around and headed to the final room, which had a bunch of stuff. I was very weary for traps, almost certain one of these chests was a trapped one with some TNT somewhere, but after my investigations turned up empty-handed, I began perusing the loot. I sprinted away from the chest, still on edge for traps, making sure some TNT wasn't going to randomly go off. I literally even started digging the floor to make sure it wasn't lined with TNT. I know I'm being too cautious, I just don't want to die and have to restart, okay? And so after gathering all the loot, I stole a smithing table for myself and headed back outside. After reaching back to the village, I admired its ruins, just imagining how it'll look once it's fully restored. I then hit the hay and continued dreaming about the village. On the morning of day 8, I found this section of ruins that I decided on rebuilding into a mini castle for my base. I plonked down a chest and got started clearing away some of the ruins to make this into one big area. I then figured out where I wanted to place everything, eventually settling on crafting at the back middle and furnaces on the right side wall. I then went in search of a spot to place the waystone for the village, deciding on right here for now, and I also changed the name to Restored Village. Once I think of a good name, I'll be sure to change it. Back at the base, I crafted up some more chests and used them to expand the storage wall. It also started raining, and without a roof we were getting rained on, which was a bit sad. Time to get this castle built. But before we could do that, I needed to sort my chests because it was annoying the hell out of me already. I then also crafted up a bunch of bookshelves for when we eventually get enchanting set up, which I wanted to get pretty quickly to make harvesting materials quicker and easier. Remembering I had a sharpness 3 book, I placed down my anvil and slapped that book onto my sword, getting our first substantial defensive upgrade. Now, to build our castle, I of course needed some stone, meaning it was time to get a mine set up. I found this building that actually wasn't ruined at all and decided on turning it into the entrance for the mine. And so for the next day or so, I mined a staircase down, gathering plenty of stone, diorite, a little bit of iron, and I even managed to hit diamonds too, of which I left for when we'd eventually get fortune. Back at the base, I crafted up a few more furnaces to fill up the rest of the wall. I then put those to good use and started cooking up all the cobblestone I'd mined. While those were cooking away, I figured it was time to finally start restoring the castle, first removing the rubble and replacing it with stone bricks for the pillars and stone for the main wall blocks. With it getting a bit late, I opted to hit the hay and then awoke on day 10. I got straight back into building, getting the windows of the castle built along with the front entrance. At this point, I felt the castle looked a little flat, and to remedy that, I decided on making the pillars stick out 1 extra block from the walls. I then jumped up top and added 1 extra layer of blocks to get the height I was happy with for the first floor, and to finish off the walls, I also added a stair block above every window section. With us now waiting on stone to be smelted again, I decided to continue mining up more cobblestone down over in the mine. While mining, I saw on the minimap that there was a massive water-filled cave nearby, and I mined into it to discover heaps of ore everywhere. With us pretty low on coal, I just spent the time mining up as much as I could from this cave. Back at home, I decided on putting a ceiling on and discovered that slabs can actually be placed vertically, which was really cool. I was definitely going to make good use of this in future builds. Although the placement feature did make it very annoying to place slabs normally, and I kind of wished you could toggle it off. With the ceiling all done, I slapped in some ladders and got straight to work adding in the pillars and walls for the second floor. Now onto the windows, I basically repeated the same design from the first floor with stairs on the tops and bottoms with fences for the window block. And so far, it was looking pretty good. I then decided to go looking for some lava for obsidian for the enchanting table and stumbled upon a village in the forest. First heading into the blacksmith and checking out the chest, we were greeted with 3 diamonds, which I was pretty happy with. Continuing my pillaging of the village, I found a villager's stash of emeralds and food, which I stole for myself, of course. There was also this watermill building I'd found, and heading inside I found a new block, the saw, which appeared to essentially be a stone cutter but for wood, which was going to be extremely useful in crafting up some of the modded blocks, so I of course stole it for myself, putting this villager out of a job. I then continued my desperate search for lava, only just now while editing realizing there was literally 3 out of 4 I needed back at this goddamn blacksmith building. Oh well. I did end up finding another one of these massive oak trees that I chopped for some easy oak wood. On the outskirts of the village I also found another waystone that I, of course, took for myself. Continuing on my quest for lava, I did eventually find a cave that had a whole heap of coal that I just spent some time mining out. It was also getting quite late, so I hit the sack and awoke on day 13. On that morning, I headed deeper into the depths of the cave and found a good bit of iron that I mined out until finding this little guy. He actually had a whole bunch of decent trades that I couldn't really take advantage of, unfortunately, especially this one with Fortune bloody 4. God, I wish I could have gotten that. One that I could do, however, was trade 1 raw iron for 2 smelted ingots, quite literally doubling my iron for free, which was insane. If I could, I would bring this little goblin back home in my dungeon to trade with forever. I ended up leaving that cave to find another, which looked promising. I was honestly surprised at how hard it was to find some goddamn lava at this point. I breached out into this massive cave with no signs of lava, but a lot of signs of mobs and ores. I had to fend off a couple rabid zombies, creepers, and skeletons to finally get a look further down to spot no freaking lava man. After jumping down, I finally found a single source of lava that I promptly turned into obsidian and harvested. Continuing further into the cave, I ended up finding 2 more single lava sources, meaning I only needed 1 more. I also ended up finding a couple diamonds, a whole bunch of these little pots that spawn in caves that drop random stuff, and also this big dungeon with a bunch of chests filled with various loot. I then finally found a little lava pool, of course, when I only needed 1 more. Also, you're gonna have to trust me, but I found this diamond helmet in one of those pots, which was actually pretty insane as it had some really good enchantments on it. I was also now trying to get out of this cave, but kept getting distracted by diamonds, pots, and various other things, which basically just led to me getting deeper and deeper into this goddamn cave. Thankfully, as I continued, it did eventually lead me to an exit so I could finally escape from this goddamn cave system. On my journey home, I spotted a pillager tower which had a trapped golem inside. I started feeling bad due to the probable thousands of golems I've killed in previous worlds for their precious iron, so I sought to free this little guy. I slayed some of the defending pillagers until reaching their encampment and freeing some of the caged allays. I also made my way to the caged golem and set him free, gaining 1 positive karma for probably like negative 5,000. I also made my way up the pillager tower to find a chest with some decent loot. I snagged some iron and even a couple of armor trims. I then spotted the golem going to town on some pillagers and I jumped down to help him out. I decided on leaving him to do God's work and made my way for home. Upon my return home, I sorted out all the crap I got from my adventure and then crafted up the main thing I wanted, an enchanting table. With no space downstairs, I opted to build it on the 2nd floor and place down the table along with all the bookcases I had. I placed my pickaxe into the table to see we had efficiency 4 lined up, which was perfect. I did, however, forget to get some lapis, so I grabbed some, headed back up, and enchanted my pick to receive literally only efficiency, which was actually annoying as hell. All of my stone was now fully smelted as well, and I decided I'd put it to fixing the corner pillars of my castle as they looked quite weird. I simply filled in the corners to make them into bigger pillars, which made it look way better. I also began filling out the ceiling with some oak planks, as well as adding our ladder to get up to the roof. Heading to bed, I awoke on day 16 and spotted what looked like an orc in the distance, as well as a chest. I went over to the orc to see if it was friendly, but of course it wasn't. Silly me. I then checked out that chest I spotted to find some emeralds and gold. Bloody score, mate. I then just spent some time rummaging through the entire ruined town to find plenty of chests with heaps of random useful stuff that will definitely need to repair the town. Now heading back to my castle, it was finally time to get it fully finished, starting with the design for the very top. I'd also found these awesome stone pillar blocks in the stone cutter, which would definitely work well for the crenellations of the castle. There was also these stone column blocks that I'd end up playing around with to figure out a design. Firstly, I decided on raising all of the pillars and walls up one more block so we had some clearance from the oak ceiling below. I then played around with these stone column blocks, settling on those along with some stone brick walls on top of the corner pillars. I was pretty happy with the design, and to finalize it, I added some slabs here as a little step up onto the walls. And well, I just lied. I kind of felt it was very stone heavy, and I felt some fence gates would work well going between the stone columns, even though they weren't actually touching. On the morning of day 17, I sought to rebuild the walls that had surround the castle, and I decided on using those stone column blocks for it, which actually looked really cool. I'd also slapped some fences and fence gates on top to keep the mobs out. And now it was simply onto repeating that same design around the entirety of the castle. I did, however, run out of wood, so I ran off to the nearby forest to chop some, which was honestly just such a breeze. I'm quite literally in love with whatever mod it is that adds this quality of life feature. On my way back home, I'd spotted some chickens and a hamster that I decided on taking home with me. And as you can see, on the journey back, we picked up a few other little friends, and to keep them from running away, I locked them inside the castle for the night. Now, these little hamsters were actually extremely annoying because they ate every single item that fell on the ground, so it was time for them to fuck off. With the area fully fenced off, I let out the ducks and chickens and started breeding them too, and once we had a baby duck, yeah, it looked extremely weird, but moving on, I fended off a couple zombie invaders, and also added a fence so the animals couldn't get into the main walkway, and I also headed to bed. On the morning of day 18, I decided on finally fixing my floor and changing it to oak, as well as adding a nice pathway to the gate outside. I then went around the castle and added some finishing touches like some lanterns, more depth on the top area underneath the crenellations, and also some more dirt into the area for the animals. With the castle now fully completed, I took a break and did some sword fishing for bass, mainly because I wanted an upgrade from the apples I've been eating for the past like 10 days. I also decided on crafting a smoker and chucked our bass in to get it nice and cooked. We also had this little pond next to us, so I decided on getting some wheat planted alongside it, which we'd eventually branch out into a full wheat field. I also almost got absolutely smoked by a creeper, and this is just a reminder why I always sleep as soon as it's getting dark. Now on day 19, I decided on starting a second farm, one for oak trees, which I'd plant behind the castle. It was a bit of a run to get to the nearest forest, so this would definitely make getting oak a lot quicker and easier. Of course, those would take a while to grow, and I wanted some wood now, so I headed to that forest and chopped down a whole heap of trees for my next project. While heading back home, I spotted some structures atop the hill and found a little cart with some food along with some hay bales I took for myself. There was also a couple of these little structures around with some more hay bales that I, once again, took for myself. With it now getting dark, I headed home and slept into day 20. I ended up changing my mind on the type of wood I wanted to use for this next project, instead opting for what I thought was acacia wood, but actually ended up being maple. The planks look pretty similar to cherry, so I thought why the hell not, and we just went with it anyway. With it now getting dark again, I headed home, had a whole bass for dinner, and headed for bed. And in the morning, I got started on our next project, an animal barn that would replace this structure right outside the castle. I spent a lot of time getting the position of the barn right, as I wasn't sure how much of the front of the castle I wanted to block, but eventually settled on this spot. I used diorite for the trim of the roof, also using those vertical slabs to get a kind of barn roof you can't really get in vanilla, and I think it turned out awesome. At this point, I'd also harvested heaps of deep slate to use for the main roof block, as I felt it'd fit in perfectly, that being textured tiles and bricks. For the front wall, I used a combination of maple beams and stripped maple logs for the main block, along with maple palisades for the door area. For all the other walls, I went with those same blocks using the palisades to add some depth, along with some maple fences on top of those for that barn wall look. Also, don't worry about this weird purple and black thing, just the glitch with the replay mod, but I also added some planter boxes around with some maple saplings. Now on day 24, the barn exterior was mostly completed, so now it was time to head on inside and add some details, starting with this support beam across the middle. I then added a fence to hold our ducks and chickens, along with getting said ducks and chickens and moving them to their new home. I also crafted a feeding trough that, once seeds were added, would automatically breed our animals, which was a really awesome feature. I next got to work on a secondary paddock outside that'd hold some sheep, as I'd spotted some roaming around nearby. I added in another feeding trough and got to searching for those sheep, successfully locating them and bringing them back to their pen. I also added some wheat into their feeder and they began breeding away. On the morning of day 25, our area was looking awesome, and next it was time to restore the nearby tower. I headed inside to discover plenty of hoes and wheat stored in a chest, and just decided it would be a farm storage tower of sorts. It was also entirely comprised of stone and not in too bad of a shape, so it shouldn't be too much work. Back at home, I started collecting the smelted stone from our furnaces and reached level 30, meaning it was time to try enchanting again. I crafted up a second diamond pickaxe in hopes of getting fortune or silk touch, but upon reaching the enchanting table, it only showed vein mining, so I used the reroll feature thanks to the easy magic mod, which, after repeated attempts, did not give me what I wanted, and we we were back to level 29. I then just decided to get straight into repairing the tower, first replacing all the mossy blocks with regular ones as I didn't quite like the overgrown look for this. I was mainly wanting a fully restored look. I'd also add a couple new features like some stone columns and a slightly different design above the stone bricks. I continued my repairs up along the tower, eventually reaching the top where it was definitely the worst. I'd also decided on adding some windows along the middle of the tower for a bit of an upgrade. I continued my repairs at the very top of the tower, also adding in some more stone column features and fully repairing the roof design. So there's the exterior all done on day 27, now it was time to get to the interior figured out. I'd made plenty of storage blocks and ended up just making this bottom floor entirely storage using cabinets, chests, and plenty of barrels. The other side was to be storage for grain of sorts, which I achieved using composters and animal feeders, along with a couple more barrels of course. I also made some item shelves, of which I placed some wheat into, which looked pretty cool. I added a second one next to the ladder. Heading up said ladder, I added a roof on out of oak slabs, hit the sack, and in the morning added a floor on and finished off the roof. Now as for the details up here, once again it was a farm storage tower, so I sprinkled in various storage appliances. And there we have it, the fully restored farm tower was all done. Moving straight on to the next project, I was sick of having to jump over this little pond, so it was time to make a small arched stone bridge. I started by prepping the area on both sides, along with getting the first blocks of the bridge situated. Now it was time to shape the bridge, of which I did entirely out of stone slabs, and upon repeating that on the other side, we had a pretty decent shape. Next it was time to add the walkway, of which I built using oak slabs. The sides of the bridge were looking a little bit thin, so I decided on adding an extra slab on top of each block to thicken it up slightly. I also thought a stone pillar would fit nicely right in the middle on each side with a lantern on top, and stepping back, it was looking awesome. At this point the pathways were starting to piss me off, so I spent a bunch of time fixing them up, getting them into a shape I was happy with, along with removing all the dirt and sand. And after a decent day's work, I headed to bed. In the morning I decided to try enchanting again, this time opting to add more bookshelves in hopes of getting better enchantments. Upon opening the table, I decided to re-roll, and every time was just greeted by this fucking vein mining bullshit, which was definitely annoying the hell out of me. I had now run out of levels, so I took some more stuff out of my furnace to get me back to level 30 and just decided on trying this vein mining 1, giving me vein mining and efficiency 3. Like, where are the good enchantments at, man? I considered disenchanting it, but just decided to see how good vein mining actually was. You know, maybe it was an absolutely amazing enchantment. Our pathways were also still quite shit, so I just continued fixing them up, getting them into a nice shape and removing all the dirt gaps. On the morning of day 30, we were greeted with a beautiful rainbow, and it was also now time to get the first house of the town fully restored. I chose this one up here, right in front of the farm storage tower, and just got straight to work removing all of the rubble. Getting started on the pillars, I decided on expanding the original size of the house slightly and opted for a wood construction instead of what was once stone. I raised the pillars up to 4 blocks and added a shelf that'd hold up the pillars for the second floor, which I think would look awesome. I also thought these oak pillar trims would look nice to connect those pillars together. With all the pillars now added, I decided on adding that same trim above the existing ones just to thicken it up a bit. And so far, I was pretty happy with the shape. Starting on the first floor walls, I opted for using textured oak planks and stripped oak logs. In hindsight, I probably should have used this for the second floor for a bit more of a realistic look. I slapped in our front door along with getting that first window filled in with a glass pane. I then just repeated this same design across the entire bottom floor. On day 31, I got started on the second floor walls, of which I used diorite and polished diorite 4. The wood and diorite here should probably be switched around for that classic medieval look, which is my bad, but I still think it looks pretty good. With all the walls done, it was now time for the roof, and I again wanted to use those vertical slabs to get a really cool roof you just can't get in vanilla. It did take quite a few tries, but eventually I landed on this design, which honestly I think is the best roof I've ever made, just in front of the barn we made earlier. Very happy with the design, I repeated the trim over on the other side and got to work filling out the main roof with oak slabs and stairs. With everything filled in, here's the final roof looking awesome. It was now time to get some details added, first of which I ended up changing these blocks and replaced them with some oak trapdoors and a lantern in the middle, which looks way better. I also discovered that these modded variants of lanterns can be bumped into and even have physics, which is honestly the coolest thing ever. These side walls were definitely very flat at the moment, but it was nothing that a couple planter boxes couldn't solve. And there we have it, there's the first house of the town fully restored. Directly in front of that house was what appeared to be a ruined statue that I had a plan for, just after taking a nap. I wanted to turn it into a big pot essentially, with a maple tree inside, so I first got to work completely removing all of the ruins. I thought these stone column blocks would work well again, so I used those in the corners and connected them together with some slabs. Then above all this, I added some dirt and covered the exposed faces with some vertical slabs. I planted in and bone mealed the maple sapling to get this awesome tree. I felt I could use some grass, so I grabbed some and planted it around the tree, and there we have it. Way better than a boring old statue in my opinion. For my next project, I again needed some more wood, but this time my tree farm was fully grown, so I took to harvesting that, which was just so satisfyingly easy. And so that next project was to upgrade this rinky-dink old windmill here. It was honestly fine the way it was, but I just wanted to give it a bit of a makeover. The first step was to basically just demolish the entire thing and start over. I then began replacing all of those oak fences with some more sturdy looking oak logs for the pillars. I felt some oak supports would look nice here, and that gave me the idea to add a fence in the middle area that would connect down to a composter to look like the grinding action from the windmill. I then added some more supports in these areas that had housed the top of the windmill, which was to stick out one more block on each side. I then removed the original windmill sail and started building up the top portion that had housed the new sail that was the same design. Speaking of, I simply used fences to build out the shaft of the sail and then slapped that same design back on with an oak trapdoor in the center and 2 birch trapdoors coming away from it in each direction. And stepping back, it was coming along pretty nicely, and I just continued by adding some details and some lanterns, along with heading to the top to get started on the roof. I decided on using the same palette as the house beside, with a stone trim and oak for the main roof block. I also went with my signature curved style roof, and I think it fit in well. Although stepping back, it looks like there's just too much oak logs, so I tried stripping all of the top logs, which makes it look slightly better. It still does look kind of weird though. Moving on, I was pretty sick of living off apples at this point, so I figured it was time to harvest some wheat and chuck it into the feeder for the sheep and eventually get some better food. But before that, I headed off to bed. Bright and early in the morning, I decided to get the farmhouse just beside the farm fully restored. It didn't need too much work, overall just a roof repair and clearing off some mossy blocks. After getting everything fully restored for the farmhouse, I moved on to expanding the crop farms that had run behind. I first extended the wheat farm all the way along the tree farm, so we'd always have heaps to harvest. I then continued beside that with some beetroots, potatoes, and finally carrots at the end. I then remembered I had a bunch of new crops as well, so I just continued expanding the farm, getting some onions and tomato planted in this strip, followed by a final strip with cucumber and asparagus. Alright, and there is our crop fields planted, just waiting on the crops to grow, and for my next project, I figured I'd just start restoring this little watchtower building here. Majority of the work was done simply to remove all of the mossy stone bricks and mossy cobblestone, as I wanted to get rid of that overgrown look. While I was doing that, I also introduced some texture to the cobblestone with some of the stone tile blocks, which I think fit in really nicely. The roof also had a giant chunk taken out of it, and it was missing a few polished granite blocks that I sourced from one of the broken statues I removed. Next up, I slapped a door in at the bottom to keep mobs out, and I also decided on replacing the cobblestone walls with some oak fences and fence gates just as a little wood accent to this previously only stone building. I placed the lanterns back on top of the fences and stepped back, pretty happy with the final result. Checking back in on the sheep, yeah, it was pretty much overrun at this point, and I was almost out of apples, so it was time to begin the shearing and subsequent slaughter. After washing my hands clean of sheep blood and having a sleep, it was now day 39 and I wanted to start my next build, which would need some diorite. I'd also remembered that my pickaxe had an enchantment called vein mining, and after repeated attempts, I just couldn't get it to work, but eventually I would actually get this figured out, so stay tuned. Now, I of course did end up getting distracted with a nearby cave, and just decided on slaying enough mobs to get back to level 30. I also of course did a little bit of pot smashing and ore mining, along with getting to level 30 and eventually returning home to get some enchanting done, just after having a sleep. I also opted to try maxing out the enchanting table with as many books as possible, so I went rummaging through the ruined village again to take as many books as I could. I ended up getting 6 more bookshelves crafted, which was actually the perfect amount, and upon a few rerolls on the enchanting table, I got this pickaxe, which was definitely a bit better, but still didn't have Fortune or Silk Touch, the only enchantment I actually wanted at this point. Seeing as my old pick was almost broken and now made redundant, I disenchanted it to get some levels back. And, well, pretty frustrated with enchanting in general, I just moved straight onto my next build, another house for the town. This one was to be a similar block palette to the first one on the hill, but definitely a more interesting shape with 2 tiers of roofs. I did try using the vertical slabs for these roofs, but they ended up not having enough room between the pillars, so I just went with my signature design using slabs and transitioning to stairs halfway up. As for the walls, again, on the bottom floor I used a combination of oak planks and stripped oak wood, transitioning to diorite and polished diorite on the top floor. I added some planter boxes in front of the main door for some decoration and started on this extra section off to the side that I decided on changing into a wooden roofed area. For extra detail, I placed some more planter boxes along with some hay bales under here. Alright, just before we get started on the next house, I really want to upgrade my bag because this single row is just, it's pissing me off, dude. And I saw back when we were making those backpacks that there is upgraded variants. So yeah, it goes from the baby backpack to the frayed, then we have plated, gilded, bejeweled, Jesus Christ, okay, endless endless backpack. That sounds insane and I really want it. But it looks like the next upgrade we have is the plated backpack surrounded by iron. So let's quickly get that built because we have a crap load of iron. Now, I'm kind of hoping this doesn't actually just delete all of the stuff that I have in here. Wait, what? I just accidentally pressed V and got this enchantment. Open a nearby crafting table remote control. So if you press V near a crafting table, you can just open it. Wait, do I not even have to be near a crafting table? You're kidding me. Look at how far away I am from this crafting. Bro, 43 days. I don't know how many hours that is, but I could have just been pressing V this whole time instead of going to the crafting table like a dickhead. You are actually kidding me. I don't even have one in my inventory. This whole time. Okay, now I can't press V. Okay, it must definitely be a range, but that's a pretty big range. Okay, well, well, dude. I wish I figured that out sooner, but yeah. Like I was saying, I hope it doesn't delete all of the crap in my backpack. Just in case, I'm going to, I don't know, let's throw all this on the floor and see if it deletes this cobblestone stairs. Okay, let's get this surrounded. Yes, plated backpack. Let's put that on and see. Okay, it is still in there. Sweet. And yeah, look at all that space. We have an extra whole row there. That is insane. Let's see the next one, gilded, which is just gold. I think, yeah, we definitely have enough gold. So let's just freaking do that, man. And there we have it, gilded backpack. I'm guessing this one adds a whole nother row. Hell yeah. Bejeweled. Well, we could actually do that. I don't know if I really want to use my diamonds though right now because I don't have many. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with that amount of space for now. Jesus Christ, dude, these next ones, what the hell? That's not happening. I'm sorry, gamers. But yeah, now with that extra space, that gives me a lot of room to put in our building resources, and mainly because I'm sick of freaking having a full inventory while building, dude. So that's gonna make life a lot easier. So yeah, let's go get started on this next house. I was actually gonna make this house similar to the last, but instead decided on making the first floor entirely out of stone for something different. So I used stone bricks for the bottom floor pillars and textured cobblestone and stone tiles for the walls. For the second floor, I used some oak supports with oak wood pillars on top to get it one block out from the stone below, which I think turned out pretty nice. As for the roof, I was able to use vertical slabs again as this house was a bit wider, and I was actually really happy with this roof design once I got it finished. After finalizing the house with some details, I got straight into the next one, which I'd make in a similar style, having stone on the bottom floor and wood for the second floor. After adding in all the windows, I placed on the supports, this time extending in each direction, not just the front and back, again for something different. Once that was all placed in, I added the oak pillars in, along with moving onto the roof design. I was again able to use vertical slabs to get a really awesome looking roof that I just wish was possible in vanilla, but I'll just enjoy it while I can in this mod pack at least. And to finalize the build, I simply added planter boxes everywhere. Alright, so we are just about to cross the halfway mark in terms of the 100-day challenge. And so far, we have pretty much almost halfway completed this village. As you can see, this back half here behind where my actual person is pretty much all done. We do still need to expand these farms. We do need to fix up this house. This house is already pretty good. I might just clear out some of those mossy blocks because I don't really like that. But yeah, we just need to fix up this house, extend the farms. I don't think I'm going to actually build whatever this is just because it's so kind of far away and I don't really know what it is. I'll probably just... What the fuck? Jesus Christ, that scared me. It looks like some kind of like ritual wither rose thing. So I don't know. Maybe I'll add like a little garden in here or something. But yeah, that is pretty much almost the back half of this entire village done. Now we do have, of course, the entire other side of this village along the hillside over there, as well as all of the details. You know, I want to scatter a bunch of details around here, like especially some grass in here, maybe some cart designs, some barrels, some chests, you know, the standard decorations and details. So yeah, we definitely still have a lot of work to do up here. But first, I do want to finish off this half of the village. What I'm going to do next is continue expanding these farms and hopefully get them filled out. I'll also fix up all of these pathways and all of these little details around as well. So yeah, let's get started on that right now. So first off, the farms were all completely grown and were in need of some harvesting and replanting, so I got that done for each crop. I then moved on to restoring the final house for this area of the town, which I built in a similar style to the existing mine entrance and farmhouse with a full stone construction and deep slate roof. I then moved on to getting all of the pathways fixed up, and I did this by replacing all of the dirt gaps with cobblestone, along with getting the shape of the paths looking a bit more refined. I also decided on keeping the mossy cobble here as I felt it looked nice for the path. We did have a couple big gaps in this area of the town, of which I opted to fill with some more farms, with the first one here being carrots. The second one was a bit larger and I decided on filling it with wheat, as well as making another tree pot thing beside it. So now we do have a couple of gaps everywhere, like over here, we've got a big gap there. With the first gap I want to fill being right here, and I think a little cart design is going to fit in bloody perfectly, mate. So I'll just show you a little cart design. It's a very simple one, but you know, it goes a long way, okay? And so yeah, that's basically it, alright? It's just a couple of slabs with some oak trap doors for wheels. You know, it's not too shabby, okay? Just let me go to sleep first. I don't want to get freaking exploded by a creeper. Good morning! And so where this cart shines is by basically slapping a bunch of shit on top of it. And so I have crafted up a bunch of random stuff like these bowls and plates and stuff, and I think they're going to look pretty great on there. We of course also have the classic barrels, and I do kind of want to make a couple of chests as well. There we go, and we'll of course slap a lantern on there too. And there we go, we have a little cart design with some shit strewn on top of it. I also do want to add some grass back into this area, not too much though, so I'm going to kind of chip away at that and remove some of the tall grass and a bit of the regular grass that I don't like. There we go. Now, as we transition over to this big old stinking gap over here, can maybe get a couple of barrels established, some chests. And I think because we do have a couple of hay bales over there, I think it's going to look nice having a big old hay bale pile out here as well. And of course, some feeding troughs and some composters are going to look great. I do kind of want to add some in here as well. I just didn't really have them at the time. And yeah, that looks really cool. What we can actually do to make these look better is put some seeds in there, and it's going to add in that little texture, I guess, in the bottom. Now on top of these, we can add some more of those detailed blocks, maybe a lantern on this one. We'll get some grass sprinkled in there too. Why the bloody hell not? All right, that's looking pretty good. The next detail I have is a couple of more modded blocks, some tables and some chairs and some benches as well. I particularly want to see how these benches look, so let's maybe... Oh, that is cool. That is exactly what I wanted. Yes. I think over here could definitely maybe benefit from a table and some chairs. I think that might look kind of nice, I guess. Just something like that. I think over here as well might be a pretty cool place for some table and chairs. I don't know. That just looks really nice. I like that. And yeah, so the last thing we have to do basically for this half of the town is just clear all of this rubble. I don't know what I'm going to put in its place because I don't know what this was meant to be exactly. There we have it. That is now cleared out. We just have a big old pathway there, I guess. Yeah, we do actually have this whole quadrant over here as well. We've got all of these like kind of smaller, weirder looking houses. We've got another one of these big areas, like the same as my base as well, that we have to fill out. I might do something different to the castle that I've built and I don't know, just try something else out. We also have this spider cave as well. I literally just got goosebumps seeing this because I kind of forgot about it. You know, screw it. Let's just go in there right bloody now and see what's down here. Oh, okay. And there's the spiders. Oh my God. They're poison ones too. That's not good. And I'm already poisoned. That's great. So, what do we got down here? It's literally, what is it? This is meant to be like a spider sack or something. I don't really know what that's meant to be. Let's grab out the shears and see if there's anything in there. Oh, there's a spawner. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Get me out, get me out. Oh, okay, I'm still way too scared. Ah! I got stuck for a second there. Holy crap. You know, I hate spiders just because they're so hard to kill without getting hit. They're just freaky little bastards, you know? God damn it, I really want to check this out. There's gonna be loot down here, I guarantee it. See, look at that. He hit me before I could even get in range of him, the little prick. All right, let's destroy the spawner. There we go. Let's get rid of these little bastards. Get out of it, mongrel. Okay, they've all carked it now. I'm about to cark it. Also, I have no food left. Oh, God. Okay, I probably shouldn't be doing this right now. Is there anything actually in here? No, this just goes to like a water cave. Where's the loot, man? There's got to be loot in here. I'm telling you, I'm going to be fuming if there's no bloody loot. Mate, where's the fucking loot at? Oh, okay, so the spider cave actually does go deeper because there's a little pocket down here with another spawner like that. So I think this is like accidentally generated in a water thing because yeah, we got spider things like everywhere, which yeah, I don't really know where the loot is actually going to be. Oh God. Okay, I think it's just time to get out of here because I'm half health and I have 0 food left. But yeah, that's that kind of sucks. I was kind of hoping for at least like a loot chest or something. All right, so yeah, what I'm probably going to get done now is just harvest a couple of my sheepies over here because I'm a hungry boy. And then I will get started on that right side of the village over there. All right, so it was now time to tackle this portion of the town and I decided on making every building here the stone and deep slate style for a sort of slums looking area. We also had another one of these ruins, the same one that I used to build up my castle, and I was a bit stumped on what to build here, eventually opting for 2 joined houses with a wall surrounding. For that wall, I used a design consisting of several stone brick pillars with cobblestone stairs and fences between with deep slate slabs on top. And well, I just simply continued rebuilding these houses to what I felt they once were, along with adding a few extra upgrades and details to some of them. Alright, so there is a lot of building done. It is now day 62. Honestly, I don't remember what day I started on, but this has definitely taken a while. So if we just take a look with the ortho camera mod, yeah, you can see pretty much every house here with a black roof I've added, and it's definitely coming along very nicely. I really like the different house style compared to the, you know, wood and stone roof ones, and I think it's going to look really nice in the end. So I guess this is more of like a kind of a lower, I don't know, income area, I guess, because these are like cheaper houses. And yeah, I think it's turned out really nice. We do still have this tower to repair over here, and I actually think I want to turn it into a bigger version of this windmill over here, basically. And then we do still have a couple of houses back here as well. But honestly, I think it is time to take a break from building because I've been doing it for too long now, and I think we're going to be able to get the rest of this done before the 100 days anyway. And so I actually want to show you guys something that I just figured out. If you remember, I enchanted my pickaxe and we got this vein mining enchantment, but it just doesn't work. I tried it so many times on like every kind of ore and it just doesn't do anything. So I finally just decided on trying to figure out how to get it to work, and apparently you need to go into controls, keybinds, and then we just search vein. And you can see you have activate vein mining here, and I've just bound it to the tilde key. And so you actually have to hold that button down while you mine, and then you can actually get the entire vein of ores like so. But something else that you can actually do with this is mine out a whole bunch of stone and deep slate at once. So literally for these first 62 days, I have been manually mining stone like this when I could have just been doing this. So yeah, I'm definitely pretty annoyed, but I'm glad I figured that out now and not at day, you know, like 100 or something. So that is definitely going to make life a whole lot easier in terms of gathering resources, which I am very happy about. And as you might have noticed, I'm also now back to level 3, so I think it's time to go and enchant another item. All right, and well, I'm still wanting a pickaxe either with Silk Touch or frickin' Fortune, man, and it's, oh, dude, it is pissing me off, man. I'm sick of getting these crap enchantments, even with this fully stacked out bookshelves, like, oh, and there's efficiency 4. So either we take the chance and hope that has fortune on it, or what, we re-roll. I think we just re-roll here. Vein mining again. I think if we re-roll again, I'm gonna go back down to level 29. No? Okay, we got Unbreaking 3. Dude, I don't know why. I just can't get fortune or frickin' Silk Touch on this, and it's pissing me off. All right, we're gonna YOLO send it. Bang. And it's literally only Dude, I'm actually starting to get pretty fucking pissed off with this shit. Dude, it's day 63 and I still don't have the enchantments I want. I haven't even enchanted my shovel or an axe yet. All right, well, that can go in there, and we'll enchant it again when I get back up to level 30, I guess. All right, and actually, there's something that I found out about, and I want to actually try and see if it works. I'm pretty sure it's going to, but yeah, basically, I need to grab a diamond and a couple of flowers, and also 2 buckets of water. Okay, and so I think I'm going to build this right here. All right, now let's grab out the flowers, and I'm just gonna start adding these in like this. Okay, there we go. That looks a lot nicer. Now, the last step is to throw a diamond, and this should work. Okay, it didn't work. Okay. I'm trying to get into the Twilight Forest, man. All right, I'm gonna have to look this up because I thought this was all you had to do. Okay, well, never mind. It looks like the Twilight Forest mod is not in this mod pack anymore, I guess. Okay, that's very interesting. Maybe it just hasn't been updated. It's not updated for fabric, I think. Well, that sucks. I think I'm just gonna leave this here as kind of like a sad little portal that didn't work. It's a nice little decoration at least as well. Okay, well, never mind. We're not going into the freaking Twilight Forest. That's kind of depressing. Okay, I have a new plan. What I'm gonna do instead is actually explore some of these structures I have been putting off because I have, you know, crap gear. So I found a couple of diamonds down here that I've just been not mining because I've been wanting to get goddamn fortune, but it's just not happening. So I'm just gonna mine these out so I can make some diamond goddamn armor, okay? So there's 14 of the bastards. Let's head back up to base. I'm gonna craft those up and we'll get on our merry way. All right, so let's craft up those legs and the boots, and there we have it. We are now finally diamond up out of our goddamn mind. Yes, dude, hell yeah. Now, I would like to get these enchanted, and I might actually just get some lower level enchantments on these, just because I really want that extra protection, I guess. So, we got protection 2, that's goated, I'm happy with that. I just enchanted my iron legs. You are actually kidding me. Oh my god. Well, that's actually kind of annoying. Let's put those away so that doesn't happen again. And let's try again. Okay, protection 2, thank you for that. What do we got? Unbreaking? No, let's see. Protection 1, whatever, honestly. Protection 1. Yeah, okay. It's better than nothing, honestly. We're just going to go with that for now. Now what I'm going to do is just empty out my bag and my inventory and just sort all this out. I'm also going to kill a bunch of my sheep because I have 0 food left and just get fully prepared. And yeah, we'll get going. All right, it is a brand new day. I have a stack of food and I've also made a bow that I'm just going to quickly enchant. We got what? Power 2? Okay, yep. And I'm just going to use that, you know, just in case if I need it, basically. So yeah, I'm going to now head all the way over to that temple all the way off in the distance. So I'll meet you guys there. All right, and here we are back at this temple thing. I don't really know what it is still, but this is where we left off last time. So we got a giant freaking pit. The guys are still down there. That's pretty sad, actually. Before we go up there, I actually want to see what's in here. Okay, so it looks like it's actually maybe, what is this? A little underground section of tunnels. Okay, it looks like it's the way back up from that giant hole. So yeah, let's just go check out down here first. Doesn't look like this was the way that it was intended to go. Okay, and all these guys are actually, oh, okay, that does damage. That does a lot of damage. Okay, that's, I'm still not ready to do this. Holy crap. They just reduced me to half health within 2 hits. Like, what the hell? That is ridiculous. I literally almost just died then. Maybe I can snipe these guys from here. Let's see. Oh, there's 1 dead. There's 2. Okay, these guys are just falling like freaking flies, man. See you later. See if we can get this guy. Okay, and they've all carked it. All right. I think we should now just be safe to jump down here instead of going all the way back down the stairs again. I'm kind of scared though. Oh, okay. All right. We're good. There's the staircase, but I'm just going to cover this up just in case if I need to frickin' run back here, man, because I am quite scared. Like, what even is this? Okay, we got a lot more dudes as well. I'm just going to snipe the crap out of these pricks because they do a lot of damage with those axes. Man, is there anything even down here? Like, what is this? Oh, I just heard another angry boy. There he is. There's nothing down here, man. What is this? What's the point? I think it's just like a labyrinth to get lost in, basically. Like, yeah, okay. Well, let's just have a quick look on this side. Yeah, dude, it's all just the same crap. Oh, okay, we actually have rooms. Oh, so I think this is kind of like a woodland mansion, actually, because these look similar. Obviously, it's not a woodland mansion, but it's kind of like a variant of it, I guess. All right, we got fucking nothing in those goddamn chests. Oh, okay, that guy looks freaking scary as hell. You're gonna die. See you later. Thanks for the emeralds, buddy. See what's in here? Bunch of freaking paper, man. What am I going to do with that? I really do not want to get overrun and lost down here. Especially once I run out of arrows, these guys are going to be a lot scarier. I've only got 13 left. Dude, it's all garbage. This is all pure garbage down here, man. Nah, I'm already starting to get lost. I'm not going to risk it anymore. We're just going to go back up and see what's in that top area. So I'll meet you up there. All right, we are back up at the top and let's just sneak our way up here. Okay, we're looking good so far. What is this, like a map table? That's pretty cool, actually. Please don't be like 8 guys. Okay, we're golden. We got 2 chests as well. Oh, what is that? Amplifies damage when striking a target from behind. Holy crap. Okay, we got some trim. We got music. Okay, I'm just going to take all of that. What's in here? Another freaking disc and heaps of bones. That's going to be good for bone milling stuff. Let's go up to what looks like the final layer and we just have, well, nothing. Okay. Yep, that just goes to the roof. Well, we got a pretty cool enchantment from that, but I don't really know when you would ever be able to hit a mob from behind because they pretty much just, they're always programmed to face you, basically. So, I don't know what that is really useful for. That's kind of disappointing. That's basically the best thing that we got out of this. Well, I'm definitely in the mood to adventure right now. So what I'm going to actually do is maybe save my coordinates so I don't get too lost. And I'm just going to wander around until I find another interesting structure. Ooh, it looks like we're coming up on a little campsite here. That is really cool. That is, oh, that would be so awesome to find as you're just starting out, like, and just resting like at this little campsite. Dude, I love it. Oh, we got some decent stuff actually as well. Well, I mean, it's not amazing, but better than bloody nothing. I'm telling ya. Some wheat as well, some good early game food. Well, I mean, this will just be basically going to decorative purposes back in the old village. But yeah, that's a pretty cool find. Let's keep going. What the hell? Look at that. There's a deer. Look at that. a deer, a reindeer or something? That's actually so cool. I've not seen one of these yet in this mod pack. That looks awesome. Oh, okay, here we go. We found a bit of a village. And there's another waystone as well. Oh, I can actually use that to just teleport back home as well. Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. I don't know what cost 1 is. I'm guessing that's 1. Oh yeah, there we go. 1 level. So that's cool. Well, yeah, I'm gonna steal that so we can just easily teleport back home whenever we want to. That's awesome. Well, time to see if there's anything good in this village, I guess. Okay, big surprise. That village had absolutely nothing useful, but I have just spotted over in the distance what looks like a big old cabin. I think it's similar to the one that we found before. And also over there, a big old bamboo biome. And I mean, I'm freaking sick of using dirt as scaffolding. So I'm going to get my ass over there and get as much bamboo as I can. But first, let's go check out this little base real quick and just see what we have in store. Oh, look at that. They even got this little farm outside as well. It's a little bit messed up, but it's the thought that counts, you know? Okay, and here's the base. We've even got a couple of attackers coming after us. Settle down, guys. Oh god. Oh, he dropped his bow. Hopefully that's a good one. Unbreaking 2. Okay, well I can combine that with my other one at least. Got a big old cave in here. I'm not really too fussed about exploring caves at the moment. Let's head back in here. Oh, it is actually a different house. I like the layout. There's a lot of oak wood, definitely. What do we got in here? We got some emeralds and food. I'm not even going to bother taking that food. I will definitely steal your emeralds though. Let's go up to the second floor. Heaps of food and emeralds. More food, one more emerald. Okay, cool. Couple of emeralds, can't complain. Let's go, let's keep going. Dude, what is this biome? This looks so nice. Look at that. It almost looks like a cherry blossom biome, but it's like got some weird looking trees. There's also another little house over there too. So let's freaking get our asses into gear and check it out. What is this over here? We've got a little water structure. It looks like it goes down. So I think, oh my god, that goes down quite a ways. I think we definitely need to check this out. This is the kind of thing I'm wanting to explore right now. Oh, it's a dungeon. Okay. Oh, that is not very good at all. Oh, okay. We do not have an easy escape right now. I need to get rid of some of this water. Yeah, that does not look very good at all. I do not feel too comfortable about being in here right now. I'm gonna block that off entirely and just have a quick look at this side. This looks pretty interesting in here. What is this? I'm going to kill this absolute little bastard and block this off entirely. Oh, there's pressure plates. Oh! Holy crap. Dude, I knew that. I knew that was coming. I knew it. The zombies are coming as well. Get them out. Oh, there's so many. Okay, they can all burn in the lava. Okay, I need to be very careful here. There's the pressure plates. I feel like that is going to be a trapped chest as well. Level ruins 3 loot. Broken bones, bone chunks, gold. Okay, what is that? A jukebox. Why does it look so weird? I'm just going to take that for myself. I've got a couple of bloody music discs to listen to, so might as well. Now, I really want to see what's in here, but I am very scared right now. Hoping that is not a trapped chest. What do we got? I don't know what that is. Okay, I'm just going to yoink all that stuff. What I do want to do actually is gather some obsidian and check out the nether because I feel like there's going to be some interesting stuff in there. All right, there's our obsidian obtained. I did see... Okay, there's a lot of zombies in there. I did see a chest in here as well that I want to check out. But we got silverfish too. Okay. These things piss me off, man. We've got a lot of mobs. Oh, there's some good looking stuff. Okay, we just need to get rid of that spawner. See you later, dickhead. Oh, we got skellies. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. I'm scared. I'm actually... Fuck off! Let's just block that off. I do not want to deal with them at the moment. What do we got? More loot. I'm just really scared that this is like going to explode something, so I'm doing that. What do we got? Helmet. Oh, we got some golden apples. Holy mother of God, I will take those. Okay, we're good. We're Gucci. We got more loot as well. Let's have a look. Ooh, diamond. Yes. A bunch of iron stuff. No, that's not what we really want. I'm going to just do a sneaky... like that. With some name tags. And just because I really don't want to risk it, I'm just going to cheese the hell out of this dungeon at the moment. Oh, okay. Okay, settle down. Let's look in there. What do we got? Iron. Okay, I think it's time to get out of here. The loot is not worth, the juice isn't worth the squeeze, as they say. Okay, so we've made it out of that crappy dungeon. Now we have just found another little house over here. Let's see, have we got anything? Oh, we got some of these pots, actually. I really love them for decoration. Okay, they just break on impact. Roger that. I see how it is. Okay, they literally just have food. What even is this, man? This is crap. We do have a ruined portal up here as well. See what kind of juicy lootations we can grab. Garbage. Wow, that's quite interesting. And what are we in? We're in a Blush Sakura Grove. That is, oh, this is so nice. I love this. Well, I'm mainly here for that sweet, sweet bamboo for some scaffolding, so I'm just going to grab a bunch of these. Well, once again, I'm just going to continue exploring until we find something interesting. Okay, here's another one of these freaky things. Actually, there's 2 of them. Can I right-click you? Hey, man, it's a rascal. Oh, he's gone. All right. I cannot... No, see you later, buddy. I cannot remember what those guys do, so, yeah, see you later. Oh, and they're back. All right. Well, yeah, we found another one of these things that we found back at the old ruined village, and we know that there is a chest right under here. What have we got? Comb cutter. Mines combs, hives, nests, and wax box. Wow, okay, that's pretty sad. I'm just gonna continue on. These little freaks are following me as well. Like, can I give you shit or what? Here, take some freaking iron. Oh, okay, see you later. All right, I have just reached the top of this mountain to get a look at the surroundings and look at that beautiful... Oh, there's something over there. What? Oh my God. What is that? That is huge. I also see a lot of emerald blocks in there. Holy... Okay, we've definitely found some interesting structures. What is that over there? It's like an air balloon or something. What the hell? Dude, I was just happy with seeing this massive freaking jungle. There's another structure in there as well. Okay, well, we have 4 points of interest now that we need to go check out. I think I'm going to head down here. I'm going to check out this little tower-looking structure first. Then we'll head to that one, and then finally that massive pyramid. So let's get going. All right, here we are at this tower. It looks like some kind of like Asian like style structure thing. We got some random crap on the outside here. Some food. I'll take that. Let's have like a water elevator up. That's pretty cool. Ooh, feather falling in power 1. I will steal that as well as that lantern. Cheers for that. Sharpness 1, power 1. I mean, they're not freaking, you know, overly crazy enchanted books or anything, but we'll take it. What is this? The final level by the looks of it. What do we have? A couple of smithing tables, some books, and some gold. All right. Hopefully these next structures have some better stuff. Okay, well, next up we have what appears to be a beefed up version of the vanilla temple, I think. Oh God, and we have a giant creeper face as the entrance as well. I'm already not liking that at all. We've got dispensers. I need to be on the lookout for tripwires. Oh God. I'm afraid that is going to be trapped. It doesn't look like it is. What do we got? Some iron? What's these? Is there anything even in... Oh, fucking hell, that scared me. Jesus Christ. Is there anything in these? I think these are just decoration. Oh, that scared me again, dude. God's sake. All right, it looks like it actually goes down here. Let's go have a look. Honestly, I'm scared shitless because I definitely do not want to... Oh my God, okay. What the... We have what looks like a trapped room. Look at the amount of pressure plates. And there isn't even what looks like some kind of goal. I think I'm just going to kind of cheese this as much as I can. Oh, I do not want any of those to go off because they are probably going to have TNT under, meaning I'm definitely dead. All right, so... We've just made it to the other side. Well, I'm just going to leave that. I don't know what the point of that is. Oh, God. This keeps going down as well. Oh, man. All right. Oh, I almost stood on that. You almost got me, you absolute prick. Is there anything even hooked up to that? Yes. What is that? Okay, just a couple of arrows. You're a little prick, you are. All right. I'm looking for tripwires. I don't see any. What is this, man? A little parkour jumping thing. All right. We have a button as well. I feel like that is just going to open up some pistons. So I'm going to... Nah, I'm way too scared. I'm way too scared to press that. So I guess what you're supposed to do, you go here, here, bang, open. Ah, shit. Although I feel like you can just do that. And then you press that one. Ooh, okay. We're good. What's over here? Like a little bridge. That's cool. I like it. Oh, I'm so scared of these things, even though that's just a dropper. All right, we got more parkour. Let's go. Let's get through it. I'm an absolute parkour menace, so there we go. Nothing too freaking hard for me. And looks like we just go straight down to the next level. All right, off we go. Watching for traps. Yep, there it is, you little bastard. Okay, and what have we got in here? Another big open room. Dude, I'm so scared that like a million mobs are just gonna spawn in or something. Once again, I'm not taking any chances with that. What do we got? Freaking bones, man. God's sake, give me something good. All right, well, we do have some blocks of gold. I'm going to snag. Thank you. What's in here? Oh, I did not check if that was trapped. It is not. We're good. Okay. Got iron, bones, bamboo. Okay, and well, that looks like the end of the line there. That's it. Kind of shit. I'm not gonna fucking lie. That is a little bit disappointing. I was kind of hoping for some more loot, but all right. We do still have that massive pyramid to check out, so yeah, we're definitely gonna get our asses over there. I just need to now get out of this freaking hellhole. All right, we have made it to the absolutely massive pyramid here, and so the first thing I feel like is that these are going to have maybe some loot. So I kind of want to check these out first because there's a lot of gravel. Oop, there it is. Okay. Oh, and it's trash. Rightio. Well, judging by that, I feel like the rest of this is gonna have crappy loot. Man, where's the good stuff at? Let's go down the main pyramid and okay, I'm seeing a lot of levers and not a lot of other ways to go. I'm gonna take a risk here. I'm just gonna oots. Okay, nothing's exploded. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, okay, dude, nothing's happening. What's going on? Okay, I'm just gonna keep mining down, I guess. What do we got down here? Oh god. Oh, there's a skelly. Okay, I've just dug through the wall and found the way down. All right. God, this is just a full-on maze. I have no idea where I'm going. Oh, there's our first chest. Please. Oh, look at that. I knew it was a trap chest. Look at it. Okay, that might actually be powering something. So as long as we get rid of that, we should be all right. Dude, and it is trash. It's trash. That's what it was powering. Okay, a bunch of water buckets, I guess. So that would have just flooded the room. Okay. Okay, here's the next way down. Let's keep going. Where's the good loot? I'm just going straight down at this point. I don't give a shit anymore. Is that actually it? That's actually it. Oh, brother, I'm fuming. All right, well, here is yet another little temple that looks different from the other ones. So let's hope that this one has some loot. Okay, looks like I'm just gonna have to dig down myself. Oh, okay. We almost fell straight onto that. Oh, actually, we have a chest. Oh, actual good loot. Some diamonds, dude. Hell yes. Finally, something good. Well, I think it's definitely worthwhile to continue in this dungeon. I should have just sniped him with the bow. Oh, okay, another chest. Oh, more diamonds. Yes. Okay, okay. What else do we have? A spawner. Get the hell out of here. Another chest. Oh, dude, more diamonds. Yes. This is actual good loot. Look at that. We're at 9 diamonds now. And well, is that it? I guess that's it. It was short, but it was sweet, I guess. It had some loot. I'm happy with that. All right, well, my recording accidentally stopped working, and so we've missed a few days, but basically I teleported back here after we explored that temple, and I built a nether portal in this little ring here. And so, yeah, it is time to head in and have a look at the nether. All right, and here we are. Holy crap. There's a glowing piglin baby. Why are you glowing, brother? Okay, I think that's just a glitch with shaders or something. All right, well, we got a big open area up here. Let's just have a quick little peruse up here if there's any, like, structures or anything. Yeah, it doesn't really look like it, but dude, the terrain looks so awesome in here. I love all of these little plants and stuff that are added. What is this? The Better Nether mod. That's so cool. Over there, what is that? It's like a lush area, dude. That looks awesome. Holy crap, that is bright. Oh my god, my eyes, dude. Jesus. Oh my god. That looks so cool, though. That is insane. Oh, what is that? Find a long abandoned nether city. What? Oh, okay, there it is. What? That looks like an interesting structure we can definitely check out. What the hell? That looks so cool down there. Okay, this is the easiest spot that I could find to get to, so let's just jump on over. All right, dude, this is looking pretty cool. But dude, these pots, oh my goodness. I'm taking them for myself. They look so cool. This respawner statue, holy crap, I'm taking that. That is so cool. All right, let's keep exploring. So, what is this? We got like a big nether wart tree thing. Another one of these freaking glowing little guys. Oh, look at that. A full enchanting setup, dude. All right, I've just found a little chest hiding away in here. And what do we got? Syncinacite ingot. What the what the hell? Blue obsidian. Okay, we have a syncinacite forge. That looks interesting. I wonder if that's going to smelt stuff faster. I'm just going to yoink that. Thanks, buddy. All right, and this looks like it is the final building here. This is, dude, this structure is freaking crazy, dude. Look at this. Fireball. Yoink. 2? Don't mind if I do. Okay, there's a bunch more of these forges. I'm just going to take all of them. I don't know if they do anything better than regular furnaces, but I mean, they look cool at least. Okay, and that looks like it is about it for this structure. Yeah, I think I'm just going to get the hell out of the nether now because I just simply do not like it here. So yeah, I will meet you guys back in the overworld and I'll continue upgrading the ruined village. The first order of business was cleaning up this main square, and I decided on getting rid of my failed Twilight Forest portal as it was making me sad. I also fixed up all the pathways here along with getting the main square situated. I then moved the waystone up here and placed in those cool statues and other decorations I'd found in that nether structure. I then moved on to fixing up pretty much all of the pathways throughout the entire town, removing all the dirt splotches and getting them filled in with cobblestone, along with shaping the paths to my liking. And now it was onto the arduous task of fully repairing the rest of all of the houses throughout the entire town. I decided on making these all similar to the previous ones as I was just really enjoying the aesthetic they gave off, and I was honestly starting to get worried I wasn't going to be able to get the town completed in time, as even with getting the houses done, I still had a lot more work I needed to do. There was a lot of missing things still throughout the town, like various details and decorations, some pathways, and the biggest thing, almost every single house has no interior, and it was going to take a lot of work getting all those completed. So there's almost every building completed, and like mentioned previously, almost all of them are bare on the inside, so it was time to get to some interior decorating. So over the course of 5 in-game days, I built up each and every single interior using as many different blocks and items as I could, with majority of them being modded items, like chairs, tables, shelves, supports, plates, planter boxes, and so much more. I wanted every interior to feel super lively and different from each other, and I feel I achieved that goal pretty well in the end. As I was almost finished with the interiors, I'd noticed it turned to winter, and having experience with winter already from my 100 days on a farmland, I knew that every water source was slowly turning to ice, meaning all of my farms were about to get destroyed, and to fix that, all I did was place a cobblestone slab in every water source, which prevents them from turning to ice, and we were all good. As I was finishing up with the final interior on day 86, I stepped outside to discover it was snowing, which just looked so beautiful. Our town was turning into a winter wonderland, and I loved it. After having a sleep, I realized we only have one major build left, this final tower that I was going to turn into a massive windmill. I did need some resources for this, like stone, which we made light work of thanks to our vein mining enchantment that I still had wished I used sooner. We were also completely out of wood, and with our saplings not growing in the winter, I headed to the nearby forest to collect the logs I needed. And then I discovered this interesting looking structure that of course had a gigantic ladder leading down that I just couldn't resist. A lot of the ladders were also broken, which I had to repair on the way down, which was quite the pain. Once we reached the bottom, I realized it was another one of these mine shafts, with this one being covered in leaves and vines. And after a short bit of exploring, I ended up finding a minecart with a chest that had some goodies for us. After this, I continued exploring, eventually exhausting every single tunnel and finding no more loot, unfortunately. I eventually made my way back out and continued chopping wood, the main thing I was actually here to do. Returning home, I honestly just stopped for a moment and was actually really proud of the town so far. It was probably one of my most nicest builds yet, and I was super happy with it, and we still weren't even done yet. So on the morning of day 89, I got to work on the final large project, fully restoring this massive stone tower and converting it into a windmill. This tower was actually exactly the same as the one that we'd restored earlier, so I made sure to change up the design a bit to make sure it was different from that previous one. One of the main differences was to be the roof, with this one actually having an arched roof design like some of the houses in the town instead of just a flat old boring roof. I also, of course, needed to build a sail for the windmill, which I added on the front and used a curved design to keep it interesting. I added that design on all 4 sides, and with those done, the windmill was all completed. Well, except the interior actually, with the first thing I added being the shaft driven by the sail that runs all the way down to the bottom and into a crushing thing that you put grain into to turn into flour. There wasn't much room on the bottom floor here, so the only other thing I added was some barrels and some shelves and a couple lanterns. Up at the top floor, I didn't really know what to add up here, and when in doubt, barrels and chests. And there we have it, the windmill was now actually fully completed. Now, even though the village buildings are complete, there was a lot of gaps between houses and just overall not much detail, so it's time to add all of that detail in. So I crafted up a gigantic amount of various detailing blocks and got straight to work scattering as much random stuff as I could, literally everywhere. I added hay bales, chests and barrel piles, a metric shit ton of planter boxes, tables and chairs, cart designs holding random items, benches, walls, and heaps more. Alright, and there is our wintry city, pretty much almost completed. I've added an absolute metric shit ton of details absolutely everywhere, man. Every square inch, every corner, every nook has a detail. Every interior is fully laid out. Like, every single house has some kind of interior, which I'm very happy I've managed to get done. But there's one thing that every single house is missing and that I completely forgot about. You might be able to notice if we take a look from up here. yeah, no house has a chimney at all. And with only 5 days left, that is actually going to be a lot of work to do. So the first step is going to be getting some of the materials for those chimneys, and I want to use bricks and granite specifically. So let's quickly go find some granite somewhere. Oh yeah, right here. Now if we just hold this vein mining thing, dude, that's so good. I kind of wish I had that on a shovel so that we could get heaps of bricks easily, but at least we got, yeah, that's pretty much all the granite we should need. Now let's go find some clay. I'm going to go dig that up. Well, yeah, I kind of forgot that all of the lakes are going to be frozen, making this kind of a pain in the ass. Oh, there's like a little campsite raft thing out in the middle of the ocean there, actually. I want to go check that out. All right, looks like we do actually have a little bit of a chest here too. This is a kind of a weird looking raft. Like what happened to this like front and back area of it? Okay. What do we got? Oh, that's a pretty decent fishing rod. What the hell? I'll snag that. And some fish and stuff. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like this. It's a very cute little setup. But yeah, we are definitely running out of time. So I'm going to quickly get as much clay as I can. I'm going to smelt it up. What the hell? That freaking jellyfish just poisoned me. Jesus Christ. Okay, settle down. We'll smelt it up into bricks, and I'll pretty much just get started on the time lapse of adding in every single chimney. All right, so I'm back smelting the clay, and it actually turns out that these Cincinnati forges, I don't know what the hell they're called. It turns out they actually do smelt pretty much everything at double the speed. Look at that. That is so good. That's a regular furnace right there. Look at that thing. That is turbocharged, man. That's so good. All right, we have ended up with a lot of bricks. So yeah, like I said before, I'm going to craft these into actual bricks, and we'll actually get started building all of the chimneys right now. Sorry, one last thing, okay? I just realized I crafted these campfires, but then I just thought maybe there's like a chimney block or something, and it turns out there actually is. And thank Christ it uses a campfire to actually craft and just a block. So that is going to make our chimneys look so much better, man. Holy crap. So I'm going to get half of those done as granite and the other half as bricks, which, yeah, actually, we only have 8 bricks left. I might have to go get some more clay. Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm going to get all that done, and then we will actually start the time lapse right now. Alright, and with our chimneys all done, I decided on spending the last 2 days adding in another farmland next to the farm storage tower, as I felt it made sense. This farm consists of carrots, wheat, and beetroot that I laid out in a pretty cool and interesting way. Alright, and with day 99 coming to a close, it is time to have a sleep, our final sleep into day 100. And there it is, we're now on day 100, meaning that the 100-day challenge is finally complete. And so, of course, I'm going to take you guys through a very quick tour of the entire village now that it is fully completed. So we started off with our little castle base here, which honestly I think is probably the worst looking build in this entire village now. Honestly, I think I spent a lot of time on everything else, and I didn't really come back and revisit my base, which still kind of looks a little bit bland in comparison. But overall, I think it's still a pretty decent build. And the next one we got created was the barn here, which is honestly, I think this might be my most favorite build in this entire village. This thing turned out so nice, even though it's so like small. We also have this massive farm storage tower and the farms that we just got completed. Unfortunately, they're not going to grow in anytime soon because I'm pretty sure it is still winter at the moment. But yeah, then we move on to this house, and honestly, I was thinking I was gonna do this kind of style of house for every single house in this village, but I don't know, I was just really feeling this other type of house, this like kind of interesting looking stone and deep slate one. I don't know, I really like the aesthetic of this one, and I was just kind of enjoying that. Plus, it is a lot easier and quicker to build. Honestly, I think if I did these houses for every single house, we probably wouldn't have gotten the town done in time, but I'm pretty happy with the mixture of the different houses. But yeah, as we transition over to this side of the village, we kind of enter the slums kind of area with these like smaller, more like stone houses that I was definitely enjoying building. And yeah, dude, just all of these details just makes this whole village kind of come to life. I love these little planter boxes, just all the interiors and everything. Yeah, it's such a vibe walking through all of this, man. I love it. We've got the massive windmill here. And yeah, I think I definitely could have done a couple different variants of more houses. Like, the hell, look at the back of that barrel. That looks so weird. What the hell? But yeah, I think I definitely could have done more like kind of work site buildings, like maybe a blacksmith or something like that. I just kind of got a bit tunnel visioned on really just getting this challenge done and just building a bunch of these houses and restoring all of them. Honestly, that didn't really cross my mind until just now. But overall, I am very happy with how this village turned out, man. It looks awesome. Let's just get one final aerial view from afar here. And dude, this thing is looking absolutely insane. Holy crap, dude. I can't believe I got all of this done in 100 days. That is crazy. And well, if you want to explore this village for yourself and maybe continue from where I've left off on this 100 days, I will have this world download available on my Patreon. You just got to make sure that you use the Better Minecraft mod pack on Modrinth, specifically the 1.20.1 version as well. And I'll also have the seed for this world left down in the description so you guys can start from, day 1 if you want to. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.